welcome everybody. Let's actually go to the game. Yeah, so welcome. We're gonna continue with Nevonsi. I don't know. Welcome everybody. Let's go to the game. Yeah, so welcome. We're gonna continue with Nevonsi. I don't know. Welcome everybody. Let's go to the game. I have my stream open in a different tab. I think if we would continue the game on the place where we, I think I played some Skyrim on my own, or maybe on the other character. So yeah. So I believe the idea was to do the Blessing of Nature today. Retrieve Elder Gleam sap. Okay, we can do that. I hope. Is there anything in here? No. Did we have to trade something?
Oh, a bit of this.
Or were we already done? Yeah, we were done. So we can just go to the Elder Gleam right away. One moment.
Shiny trinkets for your good lady, all crafted by the great Aorla.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.
Fresh. I can assure you it's all fresh. Hunt the game myself every day.
As you say,
Maybe you'd like to try the pork or some beef.
you don't prepare the meat with any of those strange elven spices,
Ripe
do you?
fruit and fresh vegetables for sale.
No,
Bits and
elven
baubles
spices,
for
just some salt
sale.
to preserve.
All
You're not
crafted by the best blacksmith
I'm not
in
afraid
Skyrim.
of anything. I simply prefer quality merchandise. No, this meat won't do it all. Too much
Fresh
fat.
baked loaves and still warm
Smells
from the
wrong.
oven.
Suit yourself then. The woods are that way, outside the walls. Walk straight ahead. Can't miss them. Good luck on your hunt.
Good day.
Shiny trinkets for your
Those green
good
apples you
lady,
sold me the other day were
all
delicious.
crafted by the
Tired of
great
resting?
Aorla.
Had enough
Set
of
some
fish and
aside for
fowl.
myself.
Treat
Sure,
yourself
bring
and
them
your
up
kin.
myself.
Boys, girls, dogs, elders. There's nobody I won't fight.
You're right. I'll have to remember that the next time I get a shipment in. Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for sale.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
Bits and baubles for sale, all crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim.
Fresh baked loaves and still warm from the oven.
Chops and steaks fit for a jarl. Come and see my selection of the finest quality ones.
Shiny trinkets for your good lady, all crafted by the great Aorlan, Grey Mane himself.
Tired of bread and stew? Had enough of fish and fowl? Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut of steak or a tender rack of ribs.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for sale.
Bits and baubles for sale, all crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim.
And we're back. Sorry
Chops
for
and
that.
steaks fit for a jarl.
So we also have this guy with us, and I don't know if you're gonna step in the back
Still warm
or if
from
you're
the
gonna be
oven.
very helpful. And I'm pretty sure something tells me he can die relatively quickly. Yeah. So we're gonna go. Where was it again? In the over here. might actually go take this one out as well. This bandit camp on the way, just to get some more experience and some little bit of a warm up for today. Because I'm failing at the moment. Yeah. Here we go. Jump for the jump. And as usual, we don't fast travel. It's not one life, but we don't want to die. I think that makes sense. That's a nice day in Skyrim. It really is, like always. Guys, where are you? Ilya? Little dude? Okay, they're coming. They are coming. Coming over. So, something to talk about. Well, I doubt he's here, so whatever. So I've been, I like to write, and sometimes when I don't want to write, but I need to write, I need to do my daily writing thing, like it can be a sentence.
Disrespect the law and you
And then
disrespect
that's
me.
enough, like just have to write every day. A couple of months ago, I started working on like a secret project. I had an idea about a Skyrim character, basically what we're doing now, with backstory and such, and yeah, so I've been writing about that with the intent. And it's also about this, like Draco Gaming had a whole row of people, a whole family of stiffs and limps and everything like that. Guys? What? What happened? Oh, hello. And I lost my magic up. I'll just go flames. Come on. I have no idea what's happening. Wow, we killed them all. And you are still hostile. Why are you hostile? What? I literally have no idea what just happened here. We were walking along. I looted this wolf that was empty. And before I knew it, these two were fighting. And he can die. What the hell? What the absolute freaking hell? What's happened? Oh, oops. I don't usually want to do this. I don't really want to relog, but actually really thought I would die from the guards. But we didn't. Okay, so you guys be friendly to each other? Make up?
Speak. Make it quick.
Don't kill him. And you don't kill her. You can, but just don't. I have no idea what happened there. Why they suddenly cut the throat on each other. Yeah, the secret project. Also a stiff character. It's a bossmer, archer, not a sneak archer. It's an archer that sometimes uses stealth. You have to be very clear about this. And it's just like I think Activate Endios, artwork. It's amazing. By the way, I love the memes of the Draco Gaming themes incorporated into it. I'm kind of coming to a close on this chapter, or this
I used to be an adventurer
edition.
like you.
Because actually now, currently it's becoming basically a series of stories. This story is, the first one is about a special quest, and then he goes, the next one already is sort of planned out, the quest line. Doesn't matter, I just have to, the only thing I really have to do still is edit. I already did my red pen pass over the story, and now I'm doing the green pen pass over it. Then after that I'll do a blue pen. Okay, so here they went angled on top of each other. I did and then finally I do a blue pen pass to make sure, or just have checking it, everything's checked 3 times. Is there a fire rune there? There must be, right? Like that's why he... That's why he gets attacked, because there's a fire rune there. Are you gonna come for me or what? It's 4. Actually, this potion rune stacks. Oh, we didn't do that. Damn. Yeah, we didn't do the thing. But the rune counts are higher. But now we do. So these actually stack the damage. They it goes down really quick now. Relatively quick. So we're gonna look out for a rune, perhaps. Oh, at least you got revenge for me. Yeah, I always like to do, well, I also like to do 3 passes on a paper thingy before I start editing it in the computer, mostly because it saves paper and ink is pretty expensive, as usual. You know, so to just do 3 passes over 1 paper with a different color pen, it gives also clear insight of when what happened and you know, what my mindset was. You know, ideally, I would really want to go to different locations even to get a different perspective on the story when I'm reading it and editing it. You know, so I'm not in the same room every time just reading it, but like more. Oh, I'm now reading it in a library, and now I see a little bit more of.
Stormcloaks, Imperials, dragons.
Okay, so what we can do actually, a little bit more, yeah, inside certain things. We're gonna spam some runes up here, and then this should the rune over there, that's probably there, should disappear. That should do it. Okay, let's do a quick save, because I don't wanna.
Take care with those flames.
So, yeah. So it's coming to a conclusion. I found also, because you always had like the printer shops, right, in the past, or I think I maybe saw 1 or 2 times in my life, or the copying shops. I was like, well, don't they also have that for online documents? Can't you just
doing?
Oh, you died. Okay.
These fools are actually fighting.
Why are you guys all... What are you doing? So much crap.
Can't hide from
My money's on the big one.
Oh, the wolf went down there. Okay. So I don't think we're gonna go up here. Because Flip Flap here will die, most likely. So I found actually a very interesting website. It prints and, you know, your things and sends it to you, and relatively cheap for all the things you can choose from. What I do find interesting or weird is a better word for it, is I have so many options that I think are similar, because you can like book printing, but also thesis and reports, paper, just a school paper thing. And I think those are all relatively similar, aren't they? How can those have different options? There's also not like a page or like an option to go into a page with all the options where you can just click what you want to be happening. So yeah, so it's a bit. It's a very interesting. It's a very interesting website. Now they have a lot of options. All the reviews on it seem great, so probably gonna print it there when it's finished. And it just like a bit, yeah, like I said, I found it a bit weird. I don't have like a manual option of like, well, I want it to be printed on this paper, because you can have so many types of paper, and this type of binding. Although for certain things you only have certain types of binding, like it's less than 28 pages, and it's not that long, not that big, it's a couple of thousand words. You know, it's more like an inside joke little thing, so not 28 pages long. So then I can use, for example, the sticky binding adhesive type of binding wrap around. You know, I can use the iron little rings over it, and just normal staples. Yeah, but this is a bit like, I've still really not done, like I want to add a little bit of detail to certain areas. That's what actually where I'm mostly focusing on, my green pen pass currently. Adding feelings, adding touch, adding smells, adding those kind of things to it, so it'll probably get a little bit longer. But I think at this point, I can probably not nicely get it done in like one of those iron ring binder thingies, but it will just become a little booklet, because yeah, otherwise it's a bit.
There's been word of some trouble nearby. I probably shouldn't tell everyone who asks. This is important business, you know. No, I think I got this one. Thanks.
Good luck. Let's get about Dwemer stuff, because I think we pretty much handled the secret project thing.
Are you finished ogling?
Oh, you also got hit. You know what's going to happen. I hope I can finish it this week though. That would be awesome. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, because I think we're gonna make it so that this guy also have to reach the other gleam alive. Period. Because we kind of talked about it and it's done. yeah, about drama stuff. I actually already started working on the next character. The drama character we talked about last time. I already have a name for him. And a couple of mods that I will probably install for that purpose. Like one of the mods, for example, lets you make dwarven automatrons that have them as followers. The only problem is that for that to be able to, before you can do that, you have to beat, you have to do the quests. One quest in Riften with a drummer rune, and you have to do Lost to the Ages completely. Well, actually, Lost to the Ages is probably actually the quest. We wanted to do basically as the goal of the character. This character will probably actually save Soulstein now that I thought about it more. So you do have to do a little bit of breaking of the roleplay and go to the growing beards and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll probably save Soulstein or at least do some stuff with Neloth. Neloth has a lot of quests actually. A lot of assistance he asks stuff you. Yeah, but the character, so yeah, some special armor set. And also, actually, in the game itself, because it's gonna be a Breton, Breton has some high conjuration. Did he die? Please don't say he died. There's a spell in the game called Power Arrow or something. Do you guys see him somewhere? Okay, maybe this quest of getting him alive there, not even a possibility. That's a saber cat, right? Oh, that's the old orc that wants good death. I don't know where he is. I'm not gonna look more for him. I think. Sorry, dude. Special armor set. Oh, yeah, the spell. It's a conjured arrow that always staggers the opponent. That costs that costs 50 magic, I believe, yeah. But it only does 30 damage, but like I said, it staggers every single time. So it's very understandable why I didn't put it in the game. Because apparently, according to the logs, it was for a quest. A reward for a small quest. Yeah, focusing to one of the bear quests, you know, that the guy is outside and dying and you give him a potion and stuff. It was a reward for that. But now it, yeah, it's different, just a normal spell, like Detect Living or something. He's still alive, we made it! Okay, let's quick save. Oh, this is not a good sign. So yeah, we'll use that spell as well. And I also found a mod pack that...
I can almost hear its heart.
That adds a Steam spell to the game. Not really sure about that one. Yeah, so there are little tiny things. Like a mod that lets you make crossbow bolts already beforehand, before doing the Dawn Guard.
I've never seen anything quite like that.
pretty beautiful, isn't it? So I don't know if it's gonna be hostile.
Please move quickly. Elder Gleam awaits us.
Already, like if we're now gonna fight stuff, or if it's when we retreat.
Hello there, friend. You come to enjoy the sights and
Oh,
sounds
okay.
of this
Good movie.
sanctuary as I have. Truly remarkable, isn't it? Kinnereth humbles us with her.
Can I talk to you? Don't say anything.
Yeah?
You said just yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I've been thinking about that one too, because it will use a dwarven crossbow. Not enchanted or anything. It's just a normal dwarven crossbow. Yeah, we kind of see what like there are a lot of German quests, of course, in Skyrim. Now, I also wanted to do Black Ridge.
Yes, yes, I haven't got all day.
Now what? Do I have to... Oh god. Okay, okay. We also need to set a field of view, did we? Apparently we did, okay.
I had no idea you were a man of violence. What exactly are your intentions in this blessed place?
Well, you want to get to the other game, right? Like, that's the only way to get to the other game.
You would violate this marvel of Kinnereth's glory to fix that half-breed stump in Whiterun? That's abominable. Barbaric! I'll have no part of this. Why didn't you tell me what you intended?
The fuck, dude?
Well, yes. There is something. It won't repair the tree back at the temple, but we could bring them a new one. Follow me. I think I can convince
Okay, let's
the
do it this
tree
way.
to help us.
It's a nice tree. Sorry that.
The Elder Gleam has blessed us with a sapling. You should take it to Whiterun. Danica will want to see that the true blessings of nature lie in renewal, not a slavish maintenance.
Okay. What will you do now?
I believe I'll stay here and bask in Elder Gleam's warmth a bit longer. Good luck on your travels. May Kinnereth's wind carry only the sweetest scents.
Okay.
I can't believe I finally made it here.
Yeah, me too. I really can't believe you survived all that. So now I don't have to fight stuff on the way out. I remember there were a lot of spriggans. But that was because, of course, I attacked that tree, and so maybe not. I never knew there was an option in this quest. With that guy with you. Well, there's also actually a dwarven quest on Solstar with a special helmet. Will give you also a steam attack. You might also go for that. And there's also, of course, the resident gems quest type deal. So a lot of, like I said, a lot of drama quests. So that character has plenty to do. Like we could even set a goal to explore every dwarven ruin in the game. Probably a lot. Okay, now I want to get the 8 Atronach stone, I believe. Okay, is it this way? Just to have a stone. I think I have the mage stone currently, but the Atronach stone gives you more magic. I guess it does dilute magic regeneration. I think we can counteract that easily with some enchantments. Hello.
Hi.
Yes?
Indeed a very nice place you got here. So I believe the Architect Stone is a bit this way. Somewhere. Okay, so we have plenty to do. This character, like I said, will go back to Solstheim, we'll do his thing, and yeah. I also found actually a mod that lets you buy all the spells, all the Dragonborn spells already in at Valengar. Was it further? Oh, water closet. Okay. I believe it was over here, right? That you buy your spells at Varangars. I still find it weird that you can only buy the Conjure Dagger spell in Solstheim, because it's a novice spell. Thank you. And so when you go to Solstheim, you don't really have a use for it anymore. At least in my experience. Under the sign of the Atronach, absorb a proportion of incoming spell damage and have a larger pool of magic and will recover it more slowly. Okay. Can I actually... No. But I can dual cast it, but I can't make it... I can do it twice, but I can dual cast it. Pain. Okay, that character could be interesting. But actually, after this quest, we will go back to Windhelm and do the murder quest. It should be activated. I looked it up how that works. Especially, you have to go to do. It also already should have worked. It should have worked. Should have activated. It should have been there because it went to one of the gates. When you go through one of the gates, it should trigger. But it doesn't. It didn't, so who knows. So now we're gonna go back, hopefully it will be, and then we can do that quest. Feel good about our character, hope Ilya feel good about herself. And maybe do some other smaller quests around to do good. Maybe we could do the White Vial quest. Not getting that vial. Just very thankful in the end, but it's a good deed, right? Okay. Let's see if we can take all these guys out. Floating shield and stuff, so oh, this already got taken over by oh. It didn't? I thought oh okay. Take all your stuff. I don't care. I don't know why I took that, but okay. Yeah, so I don't know exactly if I won. I'm still not sure. No, wrong button. I wanna go to the healing spell here. Well, it's still pretty fast, I believe in. Oh, hello. You're fired up, mate, but you just die by one fire round. Okay, I find must be some weird bug type deal, right? Because they would have attacked me on sight. They should have attacked me on sight. Oh, no. Ooh, damn it. Didn't make it. Okay, so this character already has basically all his end game stuff. Like, might want to have some more Magicka gear, but he already has the spells he will use. It might have been a mistake to do that at the beginning of the character creation, because, like I said, the other character will have something to work towards. Valor, a mechanical follower. I don't get this. Like, there are Imperials all over this place, but there's still mages around. It doesn't seem to be... Oh no. Well, if I don't get rid of the fire rune, one of them might step into it and I am screwed. So I guess we're gonna go inside and see what we can do inside. If that's clear, yes or no. We'll see. So that character has something to work towards. Damn it. I think in combat your magic also always generates slowly. Okay, let's take on this. Because I don't think that you can survive through that. Any mage or whatever. So it's a bit fishy is going on here. Like they don't seem to be really attacking me unless I attack them. Which I find weird. Don't know why that is. Probably a bug. No, Skyrim never has bugs. Of course. Okay, good. Took care of it. This, and that. Take all of it. Oh, well, 20 gold. Black magic books. What's this? Book of Daedra. It's a very short book. Okay. I like this about fire runes though. Now this is also what I find fascinating about them personally, like there does not form on this bookshelf, so if you come too close they will just blow up. You can hide them pretty well. This is Skyrim. Was that it? Read the figment. Okay, sure, why not? I guess that was it. Like, I can remember there was a lot more. Oh, right. There's more here.
Huh? Is someone there?
Okay, there you go. Can I actually cast this spell? I can. It costs a lot of magic, huh? But I can. I said I don't want to do stealth particularly, but let's just do it for this little dungeon and see how it feels. How like going invisible. To sneak up on people. If there are people here still. There's nobody here, is there? Dang it. Then just cast it right on top of them. Yeah, I think it could work. But like I said, like previous streams, like hotkeys. I need more of them hotkeys. I don't have enough on 8 hotkeys. I can't even buy my healing spell because one is the ass rune, which I should have used. Now I look back on it. Normal flames, fire rune, poison rune, frost rune, electric rune, frenzy rune, and yeah, this is a will cloak. It will knock things over. So you can't get rid of it. I don't want to, but I'm not sure if I want to. Still can't cast this one as well. Let's go back to white one. I'm going on the right path, right? Yes. Sorry about that, like a massive yawn. Just happened. I couldn't really stop it. But no. Oh, I slept well-ish. Good at night, so last night. So yeah, what about the weather? No, the weather's been nice. It's been relatively calm. Wind power of 3, 4-ish. A lot of northern winds. They're not really much. I prefer southern winds out of the way. Like I also always have to cycle south from my house, and I prefer having the wind in my back on the way back. I'm going the wrong way. Yes, I am. I prefer having the wind in my back when I cycle home, you know. You already did stuff where you go, where you get to, so. But then I like it more to have a little easier way back. So it's a bit of a downside. But no rain, thankfully. So it's all good, I guess. Days are getting longer still. We have now about 15 hours, almost 16 hours of daylight. Actually, what I learned a little bit back was that actually in the high summertime, we don't technically have nighttime. We only go to astronomical dusk or something like that. It never becomes fully dark like it does in the winter. It's a goat. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. no longer does something to you anymore. Oh, she's really putting all the stops, right? Bows, arrows. And poor Ghost is gonna explode the second it wakes up. Excuse me? What? Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. Her attacks destroyed my fire runes. So the goat didn't explode.
Maik wishes you well.
I was talking about something and I forgot about what it was. What we had the weather. It was okay. I had daylight and nighttime. Yeah, that we never get real night apparently. Like the end of May till, or actually June and July, we don't get a real night time. That was really interesting. I always kind of want to witness or experience one of those days that's completely daylight for so long. It's completely daylight for a day or something. And same happens for the other side. Like I would want to be. I would find it very interesting to be in a place where it's a couple of weeks a year there's complete darkness, and a couple of weeks where technically it's the same place, right? There's just switches in the summer or winter. Yeah. I think it could be really interesting. A very interesting experience. Personally, because you probably lose track of time. I wonder what it does with your mental state.
Need something?
Because even now, already that it's getting dark later, I notice little thing like, oh wait, oh it's already dark out. And I had once actually that I had, took a little nap after dinner, and when I woke up I actually was like afraid that it was morning because it was dusk like outside. Okay, let's take this guy out with our invisibility spell. But no, it was only like 9, so it. So that was something I found very interesting. It's been depending I was late and stuff even in the morning, but no, it was still the same thing. 2 hours, 3 hours later, I believe. By who? I always like the days, like before we go into winter time, whatever, or summertime, before that cancels it. There's like a day when it's cool, you're still at school in darkness. Where are you, Peter? I always enjoyed that day. Like I know it was always maybe a couple of days even. But you went to school and it was still dark outside, and it was always a bit magical. And all schools don't do stuff like that anymore. I remember that it was like Christmas lights in the classroom, and only in reading time at the start of the day, only the Christmas lights were on and stuff like that. And I remember once going to like in my pajamas to school at night for a reading night type deal. let's do clear this one actually. Now we can. And I have good memories about that night actually. It was a really fun night. Pajamas and just pillows everywhere and listening to your teacher telling a story. Kindergarten was interesting, I guess. I actually was like part of like kindergarten class of one eye or something like that. Like there were so many classes. Well, normally most schools I've ever been to or worked at only have classes like A, B, and C, max. And then we had like class E, like seriously, or I, class I. Oh, I still got you. Level up. Then I'll go for the Magica, 400 Magica. And there was one thing we wanted to grab. Or something. We can take that one. Intense. We don't really want them to flee, do we? Want to have them burning. Oh yeah, we were busy with restoration. I think now it's time to just look into if we can make spells cheaper. What kind of spell is the Ash Rune? Is it alteration? It is. What do we have in alteration? Magical resistance. Level 50. Could also go into enchanting a little bit, or just save the perk until we have this in level 50. Restoration. Do I have? Because this spell actually already would bring another perk in this one would already counteract the Aeternach Stone, or at least this is my idea behind it. So yeah. No, we had like class I. That's insane. I want to have a potion rune here. There's not a potion runes.
Never.
But how much possible? Oh, okay, thank you. Let's read this book. Okay, we can't. I know that. But that was an interesting little time. You know, I can remember like our classroom being massive. It's something that always fascinates me about kindergarten classes is the fact that in those first 2 years, kids become so independent. You know, they that's why. They become so independent. You know, like they go to class, they go sit in the circle. They, you know, after the morning announcement, they just grab the little name tag, put it on the board, and they do know, right, what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do. In a way, it's like, well, I already been in the Lego hut type thing for three days in a row now, so I can't go to the Lego hut today. And they know how to clean up, you know, when the bell rings or when the teacher just says it. I am sneaking. That was a sneak character. But this will actually just make it a little bit more. Put some diversity into our character with rune usage. And of course, you also had like the special corner every term.
You think it's worth?
Okay. Like we had like the sand. I like this. How did you get over that room? Oh, wait, you want to round it. Okay. Like this big tub, and that was in the summertime filled with water. These little water toys, but most of the time it was filled with sand. Like it was like indoors sand pit. And it was also a death trap around it. I mean, there's this fine sand just falling on the floor around it. It became so slippery around it. So there are a lot of, I think kindergarten, especially here, is very, you get very independent at the end of it. And then in the third grade, or the third group, you get put down again. You have to teach everything again, you're not allowed to do anything. Damn it. Just because I lost it Magica. Oh wait, oh, thank you. Yeah. Suddenly they're not allowed to be very sufficient anymore. It's really, really weird. But as points, of course. Like I remember actually a teacher, she taught group 6, and then she went back to the third. And it was a bit of an adjustment for her. Especially because she said, well, I'm just gonna make sort of like a math class, and she started what do I say? Checking their calculations and stuff, like making sure it was all correct. She then found nice little rows of equations. No, she found just equations all over pages and stuff like that. Like she was really confused. And also with the gym class, for example, which a lot of teachers do not teach themselves because they don't have money for a gym teacher.
Need something?
She said something like, alright, let's clean up. And the kids looked at her like they saw water burning because they had no idea what to clean up, how to clean up, because it was the first real gym class. Before that they only had like done these little hinderness courses in one of the play halls in the atrium at the school most of the time. So yeah, she had a pretty she had a hard learning curve again. Like she had to do a lot of things, and a lot of teachers have little different ways of doing stuff, and it can be quite confusing for students sometimes. Like I've had one, I can remember the Euro was just became a real currency. And we had these booklets, and there were still, our old currency was still in them. And we had to use the old currency name, but some already were very adapted to the euro. So I even got in trouble because I called it the euro a couple of times when I was answering a question. It was a really weird teacher. Yeah, some of them get really, really pissy if you
work? Might suit you.
Don't use your
You're the
pen
one cast those illusions.
in
Impressive.
in any class other than math, or the other way around. They get really pissed if you don't use your pen in anything but math. Math is always just a normal pencil. But a lot of schools still use a fountain pen as a curricular item.
Do you have the Elder Gleam sap? But I can't run the temple without the support of people who are inspired by the Gilder Green. How can this little tree bring new worshippers?
I don't know.
You're right, of course. It can be hard to hear the winds of Kinneret when all you hear are the rabble in the temple. Death feeds new life. I'm sure that in time, this little sapling will grow into a new Gildergreen that will tower over Whiterun. Thank you.
Oh, you do restoration magic. Huh.
I'll gladly share my knowledge with you.
I can't even buy one lesson of you. I'm poor.
Grace of Kinneret be with you.
So, if I now go outside...
The fever.
What does Kinneret do?
My body burns.
What is the blessing of Kinneret? Blessing of Kinneret. Increase your stamina. Not really.
So great.
That handy. So, yeah, and I remember, like I said, I was class prime. So no basic baby sapling. Maybe it has to be like a couple of days or something like that. Yeah, let's go disenchant some stuff, sell some stuff. Don't need to buy anything, and then let's head to Windhelm. So, like I said, I had my first group was I, but later on we only had A, B, and C again, and I can remember there being my personal school as a kid didn't use fountain pens. They used just ball pens, but still, Parker. I remember my class had blue ones. There was a little blue plastic cap on it, while the class next to us had a red one.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss.
And then
I
we
had
had
you
like
figured for a
joint,
mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
joint things. Joint classes, joint movie day or whatever, or joint instructions. I don't need to learn these. Oh god. They're also gonna sell me that? Okay.
You know, if you've got the aptitude,
they would basically,
you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
if then somebody lost a pen, they were like, oh, this is a red pen, this belongs in this classroom. So who doesn't have a pen? Basically that's how it went.
That sapling you recovered means the Gildegreen will live again. The owner.
Yeah, but I don't see a sapling. I'm not gonna cut this tree down or something?
Trouble.
That was a funny little thing. Actually had a little weird argument
What's the matter? You can't stand beside
with someone. They were like, yeah, but because in the Netherlands you get a pen from school and you leave it at school. You don't have homework in primary school, at least not to speak of. So you're like, why would they leave it at school? Why would they? Well, because why would the kids need to arrange their own pen?
Got something for just about everybody
So
in
it,
here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Everything's... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of
and
that.
Also, you know, like I said, real Parker pens, ball pens. So yeah, you don't want to really get those lost. You don't want to get that be somewhere where you don't want it to be. I probably already have this enchantment. Let's keep the Nether Bane. I don't have all that. I don't know about this. I don't need these poison ingredients really. Yeah, we can have that one as well. I think I'm gonna put my Asgardian summon on 8 again. I don't know, like it's the Wind World cloak, I forget to cast it every time. And yeah. I just sell all this stuff. Also, I don't really want to lose that, because then you have to buy a new one. Then you got one for free from school, and the other one, if you lost it,
Do come back.
buy one.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.
Okay, so now we're gonna head to Windhelm. I think. Well, I'm thinking about what other little quests do we have over here. Whiterun is not really the place. Let's just keep moving. Yeah, like homework exists in the way of like, well, practice the multiplication tables. Like practice the 12 province names and capitals. But those are also things that you basically already learn in school. It's more like if you don't know them yet, then you might have to do a little bit more of studying. And only in the later grades you get like, well, you have to have a presentation about the subject of your own choosing. So it's always very gentle. I don't have to have a boring presentation about something. No, you can just pick your own subject. You want to hold it about dogs, you have it about dogs. You want to hold it about the taxation of food products in the Netherlands, you have it about the taxation of food products in the Netherlands. I mean, I want to take, we already walked this route like 3 times now, so let's just go all the way around. Have a little bit more fun with it. Yeah. Actually, currently there are final exams for the high schoolers. I don't know which one of the high schools, because you have 3 kinds. We all have them at different times. That's going on, and also a couple of weeks ago, the primary school finals were, like, we don't really have general testing, or at least not like I believe the US does, like with tests, but it's more like, did you understand the subject? Yes. Okay, awesome, let's move on. You didn't. Okay, let's just give you a little bit of a repeat course. And I think this is the only real final, only real test that is like, well, not really useful, just for information purposes. Because the advice for what high school you go to has already been made. It's a moo. Okay, has already been made by teachers. The school already gives you an advice like you should go to this school or this type of school, this level of school, and that's already binding. It's already the best course. The test is basically to check that, to make sure did we make the right call, or is this like way higher. And also one of the things is the advice can never be scaled down, only be scaled up. So that's also a good thing. Or if we do encounter Cicero, we gonna turn the badass, the asshole in. Yeah, it's apparently 5 kids this year, made them flawless. And the general, points are higher again, so it's all good.
Oh, I'm taking Mother to undo. Go to the. Convince Loris to fix my wheel.
Can I already go to the garden now?
With coin. Leave me side.
You need something? Well, all right then.
Okay.
Move along now.
Yeah, but that does a lot of kids stress out for it because we make it this big deal, and it was always government issued, but the last couple of years schools have been.
Oh, for the love of Mara, what now? That. Why can't he just leave us alone? Hey, have you seen? And he's could have anything in there. War contraband, weapons, skooma. Well, there is something. You could report the fool. Say he's done something against the law. Ha! Like I said, the guard is down by the road. You tell him that jester is up to no good and he'll deal with it. Then come back here and I'll toss a few coins.
You just signed your death warrant thingy. Yeah, because schools have to have a final test. Final exam. But they're now allowed to choose a model out of 4 or 5 options.
You need something? Well, spit it out. What about him?
What?
How dare that little fool? And right under my nose! My thanks for bringing this to my attention, citizen. Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
I just witnessed this. So yeah, a lot of kids stress about it. While your school level is already set. Like, you can scale it down, then you can scale up, and even then, a lot of teachers say, "Well, this is a momentary time period." For the same effect, like these questions just clicked at that moment. So
you there, fool! Hold fast. You've been accused of a crime against the laws of this land. What say you in your defense?
What? A crime? Me? Preposterous! Poor Cicero is just standing here. Cicero loves order. Oh yes, he would never disrespect.
You're a freaking assassin, dude.
You look like a crazy man to me. And what's in that coffin, huh? Maybe some time in a cell will help loosen that lying tongue.
Damn that glorious. Oh, how he will pay for this treachery.
You just keep quiet and stay where you are. Soon as my relief arrives, we'll all take a nice.
I don't get this. Like, he's not moving on, so can he just run? I don't really get that little bit of it. So yeah, that's a bit of a interesting factoid about primary school in the Netherlands.
Well, is it done? Have you? Haha! Here, my friend. A few septims to show my thanks, huh? And may that twisted little jester rot in a cell for a fortnight. Well, is it done? Have you reported the fool to the guard? Divine smile on you, friend.
He gives a lot of gold, I find. And wait, 400 for just this little thing? Like, it's why? I don't get 400 gold for this. But it's nice. Oh, we were a good character, weren't we? Oops. Well... Oh, okay. maybe he's also a bit paranoid. Like, oh, maybe he was having things in the wagon. Like, it wasn't all that kosher, the guy. You know, he was a bit weird. It is right in front of me, but I don't see it. Okay, are we just going around this tree? Holy shit. Holy shit. That one shot me, just whoa. Now we're outside of Riften, right? Right one, yeah. Right. Actually, why am I going all the way like this? Why I want to go take this road, right? Why don't I just go like that? I mean, I like education, I guess, but it's I've lost a little bit the idea of what I want with my future. Like, why did I want to go in education? What was my goal with it? My idea, my passion. Kind of lost that. And I don't really know what else to do. It sounds really bad, but like, I enjoy it in some ways, but in other ways I feel like it's just being stuck in a weird way.
Bad time.
Oh god, I don't have magic. Of course he ate my magic as well. It's awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna put some runes down. Because when we start looting, there's some other planets for the would be a good perimeter. Yay, another skill book. What's this? Oh, some screw map. Okay. Come on. Yay, one go. Nope. 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 Not exactly. Is that afflicted refugee? Yeah, why is it? Okay. Okay, that's weird. Okay. You're not doing anything? Oh, this is an interesting little thing. Like she was carrying firewood, and she has firewood in the inventory. I like that. It's a lot of fun. Come on, just. I can steal this horse, right? Apparently, is it stealing? I don't know. Oh, I got a horse now. For a little bit. Well, anyway. 4 kills. Gets killed. For some reason. Oh, it's I mean, I read this amazing book in theory about seriously? Where's the horse? Did I kill the horse or is it just... Oh no, the horse is being chased. And I get lost magic out for some stupid reason. You stupid bug or whatever, or mechanic. About dyslexia and how it is in a way mostly in a weird way mostly thought and I don't think I ever encountered the potion before. Oh, there's a new one. But they are willing to play with mammoths and giants, so they're pretty badass, I guess. Because the books was more about like, well, everybody is good in certain things and not so good in other things, and that writing and reading is one of the most unnatural things we have made, and we make it very normal. Like if you can read or write, it's like what? While this is a very weird, strange thing in reality. Like we made rules about certain symbols, having certain sounds. And yeah, so this book more goes about that it's not only survival skills, you don't need to be good at it, so yeah. So the book says basically like, you're good at it or not as good at it, and we make the people who are not very good at it make it worse by using methods like pictures to help them understand words and such. Well, what the pictures does is it makes them read the pictures. So, they start using the pictures as references for words. So basically going back to Egyptian times and using hieroglyphs and stuff like that. But then our solution for that is to use more symbols. I have no idea where I am. Okay, so this is we encountered that road and have to go north. This one. I don't know solution for that. It has been a while since I read that book now, but and the solution for that is to give more pictures, to more back support around it, instead of just going back to the beginning and start over with this kid. And he also explains in this manner that you don't start with reading, you start with writing, because what you can write, or was it a different way around? But you can read what you can write. That was it. You can read, you can write. But you can read, you can write. So, yeah, the idea is if you give enough. Start with basic stuff, and it also goes way deeper than just letters. It goes back to the sounds of things. Like even though in the Dutch alphabet we have 26 letters, we have something like 32 or 33 individual sounds. letter combinations that sound different than other letter combinations. Like double A, double O, stuff like that. And that teaching those makes spelling a lot easier, because the kid will no longer see those letters in front of him, or will learn different ways of little tricks to determine if the word has two O's or one O. It will use these sounds to determine if or not. And I'm really bad at explaining this now, I guess, but it just goes a little bit deeper. It just goes to the sounds of the letters again. So it also basically teaches an alphabet of 33 letters instead of like just 26. Because it wants, this thing. And so the idea is like you hear it and you put down those sounds to the test. I can't do anything with this. And then you would probably maybe spell a word correctly, although probably in Dutch language a couple of one-shots out there still. And then you can read it, so then you also can write it. And to use this interesting cursive writing style, and start with the names, and this is all lesson plan basically in this book. Problem is, of course, with education, which I like this about education. There's new techniques, there's new insights. Like I am for a while now trying to figure out where our pen grip comes from. Like we have a unique way to hold our pen. Where does it come from? Who said that was the right way to hold a pen? Because holding a pen is not a natural thing. So where does that come from? Why do we do it like that? What research has been done for that grip? I can't really find anything yet, but still keep looking. But the issue, of course, is like you can now take three groups, take a lot of groups of three, or
have a fascination with fire.
Those are to say grades. Take like a couple of classes of third graders and teach them reading and writing like this, with that method. The problem is, of course, if it's busted, if it doesn't work, if it's not like they predicted, you suddenly have like 60 or 90 kids that have trouble reading. They they already are a step back then, because they have this faulted. Method, sadly. You can't experiment with education, is basically what I'm saying. You can't just do this in your way and see if it works, because you are, these kids will then... Okay, I didn't really do as much of that as I thought I would. So maybe the poison rune is a bit losing its power, right? So we're also going to get an Ice Wolf territory. So that's a thing. But this is my thing, like reading, writing, the knowledge behind it and why, and I always find it very fascinating, especially in our education system. Um, I might have to reread that book because it was a very interesting read. I remember. Like I read a whole bunch of it in London one day. Once I took it with me to London. I think it was St. James's Park where I was reading against the tree there for like a whole afternoon. It was a really nice weekend actually I had there. Yeah, it's an interesting read.
Horses. All day long.
That's definitely for me at least. Like I know a lot of people find it very boring, and
Hollyfrost farm outside the city.
yeah, here I am finding it really interesting and really fascinating to just see why do we read and write like this. Why do we find it so natural while it isn't? I mean, I'm not saying it shouldn't be something we don't teach, but I mean, we should actually stand still by the fact that
wrecked since her sister was killed.
it's not a normal, natural thing.
All delicious and affordable.
Really, at the Gundam trigger? I'll just wait for 24 hours and see what happens. But there's a lot of business behind the scenes in reading and writing. And that, and once you know it, it's very natural. It feels very familiar. Like the same thing is with second languages. There was once a time that when I looked at English, I didn't understand it and didn't see it. And now I couldn't read it. And now it's just the same as Dutch. It's like,
Horses. All day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
no idea. Please don't talk to me again. I remember I also had a German in high school. And I was actually the only one in my class that really wanted to do German.
Need something?
Because the teacher was already in the 60s.
Need something?
And he was a bit done, I think, or German was also a class you could drop in your last year. So why do anything against it?
I've
And
been
why
a bit
isn't
out of
this
sorts
quest
since-
triggering at all? Like it is
since
here,
our
right?
pocket
Like
was
it's not.
taken from us.
Come and browse my fine selection.
Over
Everything's
here.
fresh and delicious.
And actually, in our books we got from school, there was actually German. I don't know why this is not the German textbook, but no workbook. You didn't get a workbook. And the teacher, you only had to do like these childish puzzles in class, like translate Dutch words to German words and vice versa. Like it was just this print of like this. Say this is what you're looking at, and then you have like an arrow pointing at room, at window, at tree, at person, stuff like that. You have to do 2 of those each lesson. And I said, sorry, no, I want to do the real work. Can I get a workbook from my textbook and just get started? And
Ulfric wants
he said
Skyrim.
yes, and I even really started doing the tests for it in the end. And I remember really starting to understand it. Having to translate whole sentences from Dutch to German, and no longer really having to look it up back at the book, what word meant and such, that I could just stroll through it. Of course, it's all gone now because I haven't spoken German in like 10 years. But yeah, and I also didn't. I did a final exam in German, one of my final ones. But yeah, that was an interesting time. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream here and going to figure out why this dumb quest doesn't trigger, because I have no idea why it does not. We might just even have to not do this quest at all. Might not be able to do it and do something else. But like I said, we are probably going back to Soul's time with this character and save it. So we probably have to do a little bit of dragons, but I also want to see if I can do the Neloth quest lines. Because Neloth actually has a lot of quests that I've never done before, and I would find it really interesting if we could do those quests. So yeah, so I thank you for watching. I hope I didn't bore you too much. Probably did. But, you know, I once asked, like, alright, streaming, what can I do? What can I just talk about